Hello guys, what do we have here? We have the new soundbar from Sony. It's not that expensive. It's 3.1 channels, Dolby Atmos, DTSX. It's the S2000. And we're gonna do the unboxing here. I can notice that Sony applies sustainability materials here, eco-friendly. You see how it opens, no tapes, so you can use the box again and again. And then you see it has this nice handle here, and then you just pull up the cover of the box, and that's it. Inside, what we have inside, let's check inside the system here. We have inside a paper that welcomes us, how to set up it. So this soundbar has not external subwoofer, everything's built in. It's one piece, one solution, one product. Here's the soundbar and here is the box with the accessories. So we have batteries for the remote control, instruction manual. The power supply is a brick, so you don't have just a cable, you have to have this one, and then you are going with this 25 volts here, you are going to the soundbar. Then you have Sony provides us with a HDMI cable to connect your television, HDMI, and provides this cable for the power supply here. What else we have? We have the remote control, which is very thick and compact. It's not slim. So this is the remote control. We install the batteries included. Sony batteries, that's very nice. To have batteries from the same brand. This is very rare these days. To have the batteries, the same brand batteries with the product, and here we have the remote control already. But as the manufacturer says, there is an app to download for better adjustments, let's say. So we have noticed so far that Sony is using eco-friendly materials for the packaging. That is nice, you see, not plastics anymore, not foams, just paper. So it's easy to recycle. Probably this paper is from recyclable or recycled materials already. So here is the soundbar. There are some buttons on top, touched ones, volume, input selection, on, off, and Bluetooth pairing. Sony the brand, S2000 3.1, and some Sony systems here. Vertical surround engine and S-Force Pro. So in front we have a metallic grille. You can see the drivers from that grille. So we have one driver, racetrack ones, two drivers, three drivers, four drivers, five drivers in front. We can see though these drivers, they are all racetrack. And on the back, let's check it. On the back we have a USB here. This is for service, not for playback material content. We have an HDMI input, which is output, and input as well, because here comes the sound from our TV, and we have an optical input, and from the other side we have the power supply connection. On the side of the soundbar there are the ports for the bass, both sides. Sony has outside the board, you see this is the, let's say here we have the power, the amplification, and the inputs and the outputs, the electronics. Here is the Bluetooth connections, you know, HDMI, the power supplies this way. Here comes the power of 25 volts. So here underneath this we have the processor, and somewhere here are the driving, you know, the amplifiers. So all this board, the electronics are isolated outside of the main speakers of the drivers of the cabinet, let's say, of the speaker. So this is very unique approach. All the other manufacturers are having in the same cabinet drivers, electronics, processing, everything, networking. Here Sony follows a different path. That's a very nice indication to know. So as I said, on the sides there are these ports. These ports are having on the back this pipe that goes all the way inside the soundbar on the back of this driver. So this driver works as a bass, as a woofer, let's say, for the bass. That's why Sony calls this soundbar 3.1. Has two drivers for the bass. 1, 2. The center one is for the center speaker. This is for the left and the right. So we have 3.1 with two extra drivers for the one channel for the bass to provide the extra low frequencies. Both of these drivers are having a special cabinet. This one, when it's closed, this creates a cabinet, a independent cabinet from the other drivers. You see the central channel has its own cabinet. You see these boundaries here. So when we close the cover of the soundbar, this one becomes one speaker. Here we have the other speaker, independent, isolated totally. Even though the pipe passes through this cabinet, does not interfere with this speaker, this driver. And the other side, the same repeats. But the bass, the woofers, you see, this is, although they are the same drivers, these are full range drivers, this bass driver is working like a independent bass because it has a port loaded with this pipe, goes all the way here, and it's a different speaker. If we close the cover here, creates a different speaker. The same here. So we have two woofers, 2 for the low frequencies and 3 for the 3 channels. We can see inside that how well constructed is this soundbar. This is like a speaker here. We have no electronics, no amplifications. All these components, stages are outside in another board. No interference with the internal part of this soundbar. All the cables, they're having this special foam around in order to absorb the static waves and not vibrate during the, the performance, because if the cables are vibrating, you can hear them, So very well approach of Sony. Congratulations. It's like we have an independent speaker here. I mean, we have 3 speakers and 1 woofer, but in a horizontal way arrangement. So let's have a look again for the ones that like to know what's going on here inside. But to reach this level, we have to remove a lot of screws, guys. It's not easy. And here is the metallic grill. We see the holes are very, they are very far away from each other, very big, I mean. So the sound comes out easily and protects the drivers from the hands or the fingers of the ones that are curious when they see the drivers, these beautiful drivers, to move inside and outside. So as you can see, all the drivers are the same, racetrack drivers. They have this thick surround around. You see the surround of the cone. This is very unique, again, different from the majority of the sound bars that I have seen, and I have seen a lot so far. So the cone looks like paper material. Surround is elastic to provide a lot of elasticity and a lot of gives a lot of way to move inside and outside and control the cone. This one works like a tweeter. This is full range driver, special designed. So it's beautiful, guys. And here, these are like soft ones, are not, you see, soft ones, because the grill goes against here, and we don't like the grill to vibrate as well. So everything looks beautiful inside. This magnificent, this nice soundbar actually, guys. I don't know how much it costs, but you can see the money here. The ports are covered with this wool. Sony, to reach this level, has worked a lot and has done a lot of tests, guys. Nothing is randomly manufactured here. From the other side, here we taken the power to drive the racetrack drivers from the amplifiers. Here you see the cables are not that bad, they are very good actually. And here there are some control signals. And this cable here is for the buttons that are on the top of the soundbar. That's for control, not for audio. As well, this one here. Probably this one is the display in front. Probably this one is the display. So everything is very well manufactured. As I told you that the cover has a special pads here. You see this elastic isolation pads, in order when we cover the soundbar, when we close the soundbar, to create independent speakers, cabinets, sub-cabinets. So guys, I did download the app and I reached this level, have connected Bluetooth. This soundbar accepts rear speaker, says here, SAR-S3S. So you can expand it if you like. That's a good thing, because to enrich, you know, your surround field, but I don't have it. But takes a subwoofer as well, as I can see here. Here is the Bluetooth connection, is SBC. We're listening to this famous track for the bass. This is the maximum volume of the sound bar. We have max here. We see the drivers. You see inside how transparent is this metallic
You mean you haven't done this before? Lay out the scalpel and...
Audio is nice, voices are beautiful.
Okay.
Everything is nice for this 3.1 soundbar. I think it's one of the best now on the market, this one, because you can expand it with subwoofer, external one, and surround speakers, guys.
Okay.
It's not that expensive. It's 3 channels with a built-in subwoofer, let's say, but you can expand it to 5.1 in the future. Very well made from Sony. Thanks for watching.